Different sections of the internet is coming together like Voltron to cancel Stephen A. Smith. Bro is done. Because quite frankly, bro, there's no excuse for what I just heard come from out of this man's mouth. Stephen A. Smith has gotten in trouble in the past for being too much like a company man. And I think the term company man is a compliment, is actually giving him too much grace. Stephen A. Smith is a bootlicker, dog. Stephen A. Smith will say and do whatever he got to say to cozy up to the power structure. But the level of bootlicking that we watched Stephen A. Smith put on display earlier this week, even I thought this was low for Stephen A. Smith. You see, Stephen A. Smith had an opportunity to get some pretty great PR. It was a slam dunk, easy question, bruh. How do you feel about the Epstein list? I feel like a question like that, that's like the easiest layup that any media personality could ever get. Hey, bruh, it should come out. Hey, bruh, the list, man, kids should always be protected. If you really want to take it further, you could really dunk on the government or do the Andrew Schultz, which is, I regret my vote. But what you don't do, and what I thought nobody was stupid enough to do, especially these celebrities, was what Stephen A. Smith did. Check out Stephen A. Smith's response to this Epstein list debacle.
If you're a Republican, if you're the GOP, I mean, the big, beautiful bill was just passed. Even though the deficit is going to escalate from 3.3 trillion over 5 trillion, assuming you believe the Congressional Budget Office and all of this other stuff. I mean, with all of these things that's going on, with the 2017 tax cuts reserved, with so much stuff that's going on that the left didn't want to happen, that you on the right said you wanted to happen, with the borders being closed, supposedly that being handled, with migrants being escorted out of this country in droves, according to you, and what you wanted, you're in an uproar off the Epstein list? That's all you've got? It's really, really surprising that this matters. Of course, I think there's a list, but I don't know. I suspect, but I have no knowledge, nor do I care. It's Friday night. I'm getting ready to go out and enjoy myself. I'm getting ready to have a nice weekend. I could give a damn about the Epstein client list. It has no effect on me whatsoever. I have a life. I don't understand for the life of me why this matters so much to these. I'm talking about people losing it. They're crying on camera. They're talking about resignations. They're pissed off about everything. I'm like, really? With all the stuff going on in this country, with all the power that you possess because of the cachet and the influence you have because of your connection to this administration, that's why you upset at Trump. I didn't blame Trump one bit for looking at them and saying, really? That really matters to you? That's really that important? Now, maybe he had a different reason for saying it, trying to be evasive or whatever. I don't know. But I do know this. In the grand scheme of things, it ain't going to affect the lives of over 200 to 300 million Americans. I think we'll be just fine without knowing whether or not there was really, really a client list. I think we'll be okay. It's unbelievable that this is a big deal to me. It really is.
Stephen A. Smith saying with a straight face, I got dinner reservation at 7. Why should I care again about women who weren't legal being trafficked from island to island and being touched on and raped by multiple powerful men that I probably know because I'm a celebrity as well? Why should I care about this again? Saying this with a straight face to me is appalling. It's sick. The most egregious part about all of this is that Stephen A. Smith said, I believe the Epstein list exists. So he believes that Trump and his administration is covering it up. He believes the Epstein list that documents the powerful men that coerced and helped Jeffrey Epstein traffic not legal women, because we can't say certain words on YouTube. He believes that that list exists, and he believes that those powerful men are out here going free of consequences after trafficking women who weren't of age and graping them on an island for decades. He's able to sleep comfortably at night, and he says it doesn't affect his world whatsoever. To me, that's the most appalling part about all of this, bruh. And people agree. One user said, while we're at it, F Stephen A. Smith too. Another user said, at this point, if you're agreeing with him, your eye is on the list until proven otherwise. I feel like that should be the bar now at this point. I've been trying to tell y'all for years who this ninja really was, and what makes it funny is he truly thinks he is the voice to bridge the gap. This man is implying people shouldn't care that the most powerful and influential people in our country, from politicians to celebrities, are involved in a trafficking pedophilic ring that orchestrated by a foreign government. So you don't care about pedos and trafficking. We are not the same. Yo, bro, Stephen A. Bro, this is one of the wildest statements I think I've ever heard from anybody in life. A child trafficking ring matters. Great matters. Those who engage in those things should be put down. That's a fact. Now, I think Stephen A. Smith, again, maybe I'm giving him too much grace here. I don't think Stephen A. Smith is on that list. I think Stephen A. Smith is the worst example of the product of a capitalistic system. Stephen A. Smith and the bag is the only thing that matters to him. So when Trump called in and gave Stephen A. Smith a compliment, Stephen A. Smith wants to foster and hold that relationship. He wants to nurture it. He don't wants to come out and take a bold stance for children because that goes against Trump. That goes against that relationship that he believes he has. See how Stephen A. Smith was smitten, shy, when Trump called in and gave him a compliment.
Stephen A. Smith may run for president, as you know. Do you have any advice for Stephen A. If he launches the run?
No, Stephen A. He's a good guy. He's a smart guy. I love watching him. He's got great entertainment skills, which is very important. People watch him. You know, a lot of these Democrats I watch, I say they have no chance. I've been pretty good at picking people and picking candidates, and I will tell you, I'd love to see him run.
All right, there you go.
The same way Stephen A. Smith will come on ESPN and bootlick and clean the boots of his ESPN executives and spread narratives for their agenda, that's the exact same thing that's going on, man, with this Trump thing. Stephen A. Smith has political aspirations. I guess he wants to be in Trump's good graces. So he's willing to at least sell his soul or sell the perception. Bro, people are looking at you weird. They're looking at you like you're one of those, bro. I don't care what the connection is. Ain't no relationship where people looking at me as if I'm one of them. Now, Stephen A. Smith will come to his show and he would essentially try to gaslight the people who are calling him out for his weird comments. He would try to gaslight us and make it seem as if we're tripping, as if we misunderstood. No, we heard you clearly, bruh. You believe an Epstein list exists, but you don't give a damn if it ever comes out and hold people accountable because you have dinner at 7 and your dinner is more important.
I mean, you should see some of these tweets that I've seen on X and other places. One guy writes them, Joel Ellenwood writes, while we are at it, fuck Stephen A. Smith. 2. That's what he said. Ouch. Violence, the language. Language. Come on. Somebody else writes, quote, I don't care about pedophiles. End quote. Is a hill Stephen A. Smith needs to die on alone. Don't put that out on the rest of us. I don't care about pedophiles. That's how y'all took that? Really? Really? That's what we're doing? We're not taking into account what I was really trying to say? I'm not talking about rapists and pedophiles. Of course, any of them that we can identify, we want them. We want their asses in jail.
But it's just if we don't get them in jail, if it means releasing the list and fracturing the MAGA movement and Trump get a dirty rap for covering it up, we shouldn't care about it, bruh. Oh, we should put them in jail, but if we don't, it's not going to really ruin your day. You could care less. You got dinner at 7. Don't try to clean it up now, bro. We heard exactly what you said, man. Exactly.
Without question. What I was saying and what I was lamenting or ridiculing was the MAGA right who suddenly turned against Trump because you don't have a client list. So if the war between Ukraine and Russia gets settled, if the Israeli-Hamas conflict gets settled, if the tariffs work to our advantage and the economy is flourishing, the borders have been closed and we see mass deportations, which millions upon millions of Americans, by the way, are against. But some of you, particularly those with the MAGA right, certainly are not against. If he's done all of these things, what I was saying is you're trying to tell me that because the Epstein client list hasn't been released or hasn't been revealed, that is a reason for you to turn against him and not be somebody who would support him? Are we really, really supposed to believe that?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what everybody should be on that particular stance. Like, are you out of your mind? Yo, do you know there are certain things that are non-negotiables? Kids being protected are non-negotiables. So even if, I wouldn't care if Trump solved world hunger, if he cured the blind, if Trump instilled world peace again. I wouldn't give a damn if that means that Trump was protecting people who violated, raped, and trafficked illegal underage women on an island with Jeffrey Epstein. I wouldn't give a damn. And I don't even want to go deeper into that conspiracy bag where it's alleged that he's not even protecting them. He's protecting himself. Because Epstein said that Trump was his best friend. He's literally on camera, on audio, claiming that Trump was his closest friend. We've seen Trump in almost every picture with Epstein. Epstein reveals that the first time that Melania and Trump engaged in intercourse was on that plane. So I don't care what this man do, Stephen A. Smith. And the fact that you believe that if he did all these things, it gives him the right to protect men who supposedly violated women who weren't of age on an island, you a weirdo.
Are we really, really supposed to believe that everything that has to do with you lending your support to Donald Trump as a member of the MAGA right had something to do or everything to do with the Epstein client list? Really? That's what I was saying. I in no way mean to give the indication that it's okay for a rapist to be running loose, that a pedophile should be running loose. I'm the dude that believes their asses should be under the jail. That's how despicable I think those human beings are. And any one of them you can get, go get them. But it was 2 points that I was making, which that wasn't one of them. One was what I just said. Are you really going to act like you didn't want or you would not have supported Donald Trump if it wasn't for the Epstein list? That all those other issues that I brought up would have fallen to the wayside and you would have went and voted for Kamala Harris? Is that what you're trying to tell people? That's one point that I was trying to make.
That's what we're telling you. That's a stupid point. It's not even a stupid, it's cruel and unusual. It's a weird point that makes us look at you like a weirdo. Yes, people who say, yo, this right here is a non-negotiable. People who say, I don't care if Trump did all these good things. If I believe in my heart that Trump is protecting pedophiles who traffic girls on an island, that person cannot ever, ever, ever in my eyes run my country, and I made a mistake for voting for him, they're 100% correct. Why don't you think this? And also, Pete, man, this man is supposedly on the left, by the way. First off, man, if you think that Stephen A. Smith knows a thing about politics, you're out of your mind. If you think that Stephen A. Smith has a side or an alliance other than the paper, you're out of your mind.
That's one point. Here's another. That you're really, really taken aback and upset and, oh my Lord, off the rails because you believe you've been deceived. I don't know a politician that has ever made us feel otherwise. Now, there's levels to it. Some have made you feel more deceived than others. But the reality is that we expect our politicians to say stuff on a campaign and do stuff differently once they win. You tell me an administration when that hasn't happened. You tell me an administration where you can look at promises made and promises kept all the damn time. It doesn't happen.
What? I've seen this argument by other people. Politicians lie all the time. Not all lies are the same, bruh. Not all deception are the same, homie. That's like claiming, yo, your girl cheating at Goldfish is the same thing as her leaving that house, going to a party, and getting them cheeks eviscerated by 6 men. Those two forms of cheating, clearly, there's one form of cheating that's worse. Just like, yo, politicians lie all the time. Politicians are corrupt all the time. They steal money all the time. Politicians, unless it's something that I don't know, politicians, people who we vote for president, don't protect pedophiles or conceal a list filled with pedophiles that exist that can tell us who these people are and hold them accountable. Presidents don't refuse to prosecute men who did the most horrific thing we could ever think of, which is traffic women who were underage on an island. That's just me, though. Y'all let me know in the comment section. What do you guys think? All right. Because Stephen A. Smith thinks that we are tripping, but people, from the discourse that I'm seeing online, bro, he's done, bro. He's done. I don't think Stephen A. Smith's reputation can ever bounce back from this, bro. Because even if he goes on to still be on like ESPN, in the back of your mind, you still believe, oh no, this man believes that those powerful men who touch them kids, they should go free. Let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this? And if you're still watching, click on this video right here somewhere on my screen to find out why fans exposed the Breakfast Club after this terrible interview with Neon. I'm going to see you guys in this video somewhere on my screen. I'm out of here, folks. Peace.